So, so suffering and seeing pain and seeing death and seeing war, it's also such a beautiful thing because it totally brings us to our knees. So when all my friends were seeking to get and to have and to grow, I was questioning why we're alive, and I didn't want to die and be on my deathbed not having questioned why we were alive. So I know to you, you think, oh, she's not suffered enough, or she's gone mad from all the suffering. Maybe I did go mad and it pop sank in my brain. But it was such a gift as well. It was such a gift. So they say in Buddhism, one of the Four Noble Truths is the realization that life is suffering. So before you can go beyond that life is suffering, you have to realize that life is suffering. Like, really see it. And I don't believe that now, because I managed to go beyond that, but I really looked around and I could see all the hells of this life. And even people that were telling me they were happy, I could see that they weren't happy. And I think that, I don't think it means that life is suffering as in this whole thing is suffering, but I meant it means in the human form that life is suffering. Being identified, because I don't believe the animals suffer, because I know what it's like to just be totally empty experiencing this. Yeah. And if I hadn't had that, I would now most probably be with kids and a husband and be so focused on raising the kids that I wouldn't even have the opportunity to question. What it meant, though, was throughout my 20s, I had to spend a lot of time dealing with my conditioning, because I also had some difficult conditioning that came up in my body-mind. But I feel blessed that life allowed me that experience and didn't just make me one of these, because I could have had so much being a good-looking white female in this generation. It didn't just set me on a path of greed, it made me really reflect on reality. It really humbled me. So when I say suffering is a gift, I don't mean it out of ignorance, and I don't mean it out of hate, and I mean it as in it's the opportunity to question at a deeper level what this reality is. That's how I mean it. So, yeah, I'm crazy. You're asking if I'm crazy or not. I am crazy. But being crazy on the human form, that that's not the freedom that I'm speaking about. I'm speaking about this presence that's here. This is who you are. And it sounds so harsh, some of the things that I say, but when you really realise that you are this empty presence looking, you realise that no one suffered. And yes, this body is going to go through pleasures and pains, and finally one day it's going to die, and who knows how much pain that will inflict on it. But in the whole time of that pleasure or pain, there is a knowing of who I am that can never be affected. That's so free and so vast. And this is what I'm pointing to. I'm trying to get you to remember a freedom that's beyond you, that's not personal, So in this dream, you are going to grow and be destroyed and grow and be destroyed and grow and be destroyed. But there's something that's never destroyed, that's always free. And this is what it's about, this recognition of this freedom. And yeah, on the personal level, you could say I'm crazy and I'm not the perfect person. I still have conditioning and I still sometimes act out of that. All the time I'm acting out of that conditioning. That's what these robots are, and the genetics. And sometimes that hurts people, and sometimes that's beautiful for people. I'm not trying to say that I'm some Mother Teresa. I don't believe in that stuff. But there's something that I know that is free. And it's not me on the conditioned level that knows it. It's that which is shining through my eyes. It's that which you're attracted to. Hi, Anelia. Hello, Lisa. Thank you so much for these lovely talks. Oh, with pleasure. It's such a joy for me to express. Basically, all I'm doing is just expressing the heart of my being. And through that, hopefully, you guys remember that of you, that who we truly are is this emptiness, this presence, this love. And what I say, you can take with a pinch of salt. If it works and those words resonate, then like it. But really, the true teaching is in the innocence. That is my gift.